Hello and welcome to Trucking Answers. I'm not sure if I'm on. Hey, what's going on? I'm not late. I'm right here. Hello. Welcome back to Trucking Answers. It is going to be a great day today. And I hope everybody is doing good out there. Thank you for King Bob for being first today. James Faust was 0 number, though. I love it. Michael Muller, sure. Hey, Mad Maldy, what's going on? It's going to be a great Monday, the day after Easter. That's wonderful. We love it out here today. People are having Easter bunny problems. That's not good. I heard about Jay Cannell. We can talk about that if you want to today. I did see that video. All right. So, King Bob, you're looking for that job, right? Get out of that place where you are. Holy mackerel. Right. Looking down the list here, Michael Muller, thank you for getting the info out there. Look, Red Wine, thank you for being here. Kane is here today. Time Zone, welcome back. Mr. President, I really appreciate it. The fasting is doing very good. Started again last night, every Sunday night. Keto Walk Fit, right, exactly. The 1st or 14th. Kim is here. Thank you for being here today. I appreciate it. GT40 is coming in today. Street Scores. Hey, what's going on? John, what's going on out there today? Steven, welcome back. I appreciate it. You were 10 a.m., right, 1 p.m. my time. Look, it was close. I'm right on or very close. I try to be close to it. Jeff, what's happening out there today? Al is out here. Kenworth Riders out there today, too. We got some news out there in the trucking industry, of course. Roger Penske, Houston today. Boy, I can't believe you went that far away today. Very surprising. Stan is in Gary. Yikes. Zigzag, the recommendation zigzag. Do the left, right, up, and down. You're harder to hit that way up there, right? Z-Fan, what's happening out there? Dixie Fellow, I appreciate that. Always suggestions are always welcome as well. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Did you see about that driver? Everybody saw that driver that was shot on I-20. I wanted to mention that in Texas. Some car was flashing their lights at this driver, and so he stopped because he thought there was some kind of problem, and then they shot him dead. So, that is horrible, right? That's totally horrible. I never stop for anything like that. Call the police, okay? Call the police. Call 911 or whatever. Do not stop because, this kind of thing can happen. It's sad. Look, it's sad that has to happen. All right, Kim, good. Everything is good at Smith. 500 miles a day, that's good. They run you to Indiana and up to Chicago and Pennsylvania. Okay, so big triangle. That's good. You get to know the roads and where everything is, even the potholes. Good. I'm glad to hear that it's going good. Are they treating you well there, too? Are they doing, you're not talked down to you? That kind of thing is just so aggravating, and that's why people quit a company. And not as much pay, right? But because you're treated horribly. Nobody wants that. Mike, you're on a 34 in Richmond, Virginia. All right, what's happening? It's going to be 75 degrees here today. I love it. Student of the game. Which game, man? Right, don't hate the player, hate the game. Hey, what's going on in New Jersey? Joshua, been home since Tuesday and going back tomorrow. Man, you got a whole week off. Fasting, does it get easier after 28 hours? Yes, it does, right? That first day, right, which is, I'm going to start every Sunday night on it, which I did last night again. After Monday, after the first day, it's easier. You're less hungry, really. So stick with it. Stick with it. Arthur, what's happening? Darnell from Lakeland, Florida. Wow. And Nomad Truckers in Birmingham. Everybody's all over the place. King Bob is on 80 in Illinois heading to Pennsylvania. At least they're moving you along out there. Look, for everybody else, if you want to, we'd like to know, what the paper mile there is. Night Rider is here. Thank you. Holly, King Bob, that helps everybody else. What's going on, Holly? I appreciate you being here today. Marty is out there today. Got fired from Silence Lines Trucking in Warren, Michigan. How do you file for unpaid wages? Go to the Department of Unemployment, apparently in Michigan. And generally, at least on most of the states I've looked at, it's easy to file a claim. Just click on file a claim, that kind of thing, and file it. It's most of the states at least have it set up pretty easy. It doesn't cost you anything. Generally, they don't want to hear from you. This is at Smith Transport unless there's a problem, but you like that there's no micromanagement. I mean, come on, these companies. They only want to know if you're going to be there on time. That's all they need to know, right? Good. So they'll leave you alone, people will stay. I mean, people know how to do their job. You know, they don't have to be micromanaged. You're leaving the house, going to pick up a load going to Baltimore. Well, good. Congratulations. I hope they pay East Coast extra pay. Yikes. Could not find the posting for this live chat. Oh, I'm sorry. It's, I don't know. I mean, it's out there. I don't know how YouTube promotes it or whatever. I don't have anything part in that. Sunny and 70. Kim says, where did I go here? I lost there. There we go. Oh, you took a 34-hour Saturday to this morning, and you're going to hit 3,000 miles. That's great. I mean, that's great. Are you going to be able to get on the Walmart account too there, which pays a lot better? Finished last week with 3,600 miles. Wow. Smith seems to be rolling everybody. Yeah, Kenworth Rider. Look, that senseless act, that was ridiculous. Somebody was flashing their lights at this truck, and this guy who was 56 stopped and got out of his truck to see what was going on. They killed him. Just like that. Apparently somebody came from behind and killed him. I just don't understand it. I always recommend, though, that, you know, don't stop for somebody flashing their lights at you. You just call 911. It's sad that you have to say don't stop for people. If there's a car broke down on the side of the road, you don't stop for them. You just don't stop. You don't know who's in the car. If you're concerned about them, call the police and say there's a broke down car with people there. They'll send somebody out. They can deal with it. You know, that's what they're paid to do. Just don't get out. It could be a trap. It could be. It's sad. You're with CFI delivering your first load. Oh, nice. A brand new truck. Peel the plastic off. I love it. And good treatment, but you don't like OTR. Well, let me ask you this. C-Loss. All right. You're with CFI delivering your first load, so you just started there. Why did you go to CFI if you don't like over the road? And that's a legitimate question because that's what CFI does mainly. So why did you go there if you don't enjoy that? Or are you just finding out you really don't like it? Any good flatbed companies? Yeah, I'm sure Maverick hires out of Pennsylvania. I bet they go there all the time. Street Scores, right? Monkey Voodoo, what's happening? I love the name. You're on 70 in Ohio heading to Plainfield. Wow. Wow, nice. There's tons of jobs down there. Yeah, so we'll cross paths if you're down there a little bit later. Al's in Memphis. We're going to represent. You're in Simpsonville, Kentucky. Wow, John. All right. Alex, the OTR driver, is checking in. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Hey, Flavia, what's going on? It's good to see you here today again. Mark is chili almond. It's not chili here. I switched from percentage to mileage. 59 cents a third, 3,000 miles a week. Oh, now we know who's buying lunch today here. That's $1,800 in my quick public school math. Not bad. They shot the passenger. Yes. In fact, they did shoot the passenger in that truck. Apparently, I didn't know if it's a man or woman, actually. That person is in the hospital. I did read that, but I guess they're going to be okay. They're going to live. Well, not yours been shot, but I guess they're going to live. But it just seemed to be senseless, and I don't know if it didn't even really say like they were robbed or anything. It just kind of a senseless, stupidest thing. So I got to, just for safety's sake, keep driving. If somebody's flashing your lights, call the police, but just keep driving because you pull over. This guy lost his life because he was trying to do the right thing. And apparently the right thing now is just to keep driving. You have three rules for your dispatcher. Get you home, keep you moving, and don't make you sit. That should be everybody's rules. And these are rules we can talk about. All right, King Bob, 29 cents a mile. All right, I appreciate that you put that out there. I want everybody to see that, really, that's why I don't encourage people to go to this place. That is really low pay. We can all agree that, and I'm sad that they're doing that to you. I hope that you will find a new place to go. And, England should be ashamed of themselves for paying somebody, a pay that starts with 2 unless it's $2,000 a week. 29 cents? Come on. How long has it been since people made 29 cents a mile as a regular kind of pay? That's less than Pam starts, people. I mean, that's really, really low. So another question I have for you, which I try to ask everybody that writes to me from these companies, why did you choose them? What made you choose that company of all companies? How did they basically get to you or get, you to choose them? A CFI, where do we go? Oh, I'm way behind here. Sorry. CFI pays every 2 weeks. Really? That's unusual. Yeah, but then you get that big check, right? Is it illegal to call 911 by using your phone if you're driving because you don't have a Bluetooth? I don't know. I'm going to say no. I'm not sure 100%. They probably prohibit it. Most trucks, though, at Smith, probably, since you have a new truck, doesn't have built-in Bluetooth. Look, I'd still call it. You can always put it on speaker. I'd rather call that 911 and say, look at what's going on here than be shot or, have something kind of thing. You can worry about that kind of ticket later. You see what I'm saying? Put it on speaker and just hold it below the dash if that's what you have to do. And plus, of course, you can always get a BlueParrott headset, which is the official headset of Trucking Answers. Be sure to go get one of those. But seriously, most of the trucks now have built-in Bluetooth. This explains why truckers don't stop and help anyone. Look, you can get killed. You can stop and get killed if you stop and help people. It's sad. It's sad. Call the police for somebody if you want. It's the first place to hire and train you. You got your CDL. Okay, so you're there and just starting with them. Okay, I get it, right. So now you're finding out over the road's not great. It can be great. There are a lot of dedicated runs over the road where you can get a regular home time. This general freight that you're in is not great. You get some experience, or if you want, you can change companies. You don't have to stay there. So a Stonehauler hires out of Pennsylvania. Okay, right. The shooter was arrested. Yeah, they arrested the people that shot that guy. I don't know how they exactly caught him. It was just the craziest thing that I saw in the news. I thought it was really, really something. Jared says, a friend is leaving to see if I do the lack of miles. He's averaging 1,500. Oh, my God. Right. Maybe if he's getting $1 a mile, but I mean, why do companies do that? They need to make money with the truck, too. That's always the thing about it. The company needs to make money, too. It isn't just that they need you to make money. So maybe they figure they made their payment, so who cares? Shop just put Christmas lights on your 389 at Smith. Oh, I'd love to see that. Send a picture of that. TMC is also a good flatbed company if you live in New York City. I wouldn't. I'm out on TMC because of all the micromanagement that we just talked about. Somebody just wrote to me, and I don't remember their name, so I apologize if you're on here, about TMC, and they put their truck in. They were getting ready to go home, so the truck needed a service, though, so they made him come in, and the truck was put on hold because there was a footprint on the mat. So he had to wait 4 hours then. You had to clean the mat of a footprint, okay, inside the truck. This is the floor mat, and then wait to get the truck inspected before it would be released from hold so he could go home. That took 4 hours out of his home time. Come on. I mean, the truck was clean otherwise. Darnell's working for Keenan Advantage Group. All right. 5 divisions. Yes, they have all kinds of divisions over there. Keenan. Steph says PTL sucks. We agree with that. CFI pays every week and pays you as soon as you're dispatched. Really? So somebody's paying every day? The 2 weeks is kind of, I don't like it, really. A lady tapped you on 24 East downtown. She came over too soon. She got a tire mark, no ticket. Guess so. I'm good. Well, did the cops come out and write a report up? If somebody made a report, that could be a problem. Better than a ticket, though. Certainly better than a ticket. So you probably road rage. Maybe, right. Dedicated Michigan to Florida and back. Yes, that is the way to go. Get a dedicated run. You want a pepperoni pizza? If he's buying lunch, he should buy lunch for everybody making that kind of money. Holy mackerel. They changed it. Used to be every 2 weeks. Okay, so if you're there, how does somebody that's on the 2 weeks get that changed if they don't like it? Do they just call HR over at that place? You made 32 cents on Werner 2 years ago, and that's low then. 29 is 1980. I made a quarter in 88 on my first road job. I remember making 25 cents, so which I thought was good then, but I haven't made that kind of money in a long time. 29 cents is disgustingly low for them to pay somebody. They need to boot that up. And then, they're one of the ones that complain, oh, we can't get any drivers here. Werner called you without sending in an application, offered you 40 cents and $400. Werner called. Okay, well, why did you not go to Werner? Curiously, then. If they're offering 40 cents. Alex, the OTR driver, missed last week's show. What's going on? We're here every week at 1 p.m. I'll expect to see you. You'll have to stay over today for 2.5 hours after the end of this show to make up for it. You can use Google Assistant to call 911. Yes, you could. You can just tell it to call. That's true. The new drivers at Smith can get brand new trucks like mine has 500,000 miles on it. Oh, I see. And they said the next 6 months you might get a new one. All right. Yeah, the new one will have built-in Bluetooth. Look, I'd call anyway. It's worth, rather than risking, getting shot or whatever. Jeff's home on the weekends. That's what people want. So it does have Bluetooth. Yeah, hook the phone up to the Bluetooth. I play podcasts through the Bluetooth anyway, so it comes out of the truck speakers, so it just automatically, everybody knows. I'm telling people, how to connect, like I know what I'm talking about. He was still, why was the shooter still at the scene? I read this whole article. Well, then do they have a reason for this? I mean, doesn't seem to be any good reason, certainly. Do I have a permit for the lantern fly bug? Had to watch a training video. I don't know what that is, right? Bought a BlueParrott and Hate could barely hear with it. Holy mackerel. They're the best headsets going. I love it. And really, people don't really have any complaints. There's a volume button on the side depending which one you bought, and it does work. Turn that up and turn the volume up on your Bluetooth volume in your phone as well. Sierra England lied about everything from the very beginning. That's a surprise. Saying how great the company is and how great the training is. Lies, yes. That's how they get people in. But why did you choose them? Oh, because they lied to you over Werner? Yeah. For everybody's reference in the future that's new, if a dispatcher or a recruiter's telling you something, it's probably a lie. Get them to send it to you in writing. And get the driver manual from these companies in advance. Ask for them to send you a copy of the driver manual. You want that. They say 55 cents. By the time they take per diem, it's more like 15 cents. You're being sarcastic, but you're half true on that, really. Trucker slang. Does anyone know at Georgia Overdrive? Yeah, I have a whole slate of papers of trucker slang here that we can go through some of those, right? I found a whole article with half of them I never heard of. You would never work. Where did we go on that? Right, I'm lost. I will have to get back to that. Oh, got a green light. Okay, Holly, thanks a lot. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. You'd mean with reset, since clearing is on duty time, you better get paid. Yes, you should get paid for all your time. For drivers that have families and want to see them, LTL is life. It's life for a lot of people. And if the road isn't for you, that doesn't mean trucking isn't for you. There's tons of things to do where you're home much more often. GSXR, greetings from Amarillo. Oh, nice. Headed out for another week of comobiling. That's great. Hey, thanks for coming in. Trucker's supposed to be mowing the grass. You can take a pod with you and attach it to the lawnmower. They called you 2 days ago. Oh, so you just got started? Oh, I see what you're saying. All right. Yeah. I mean, it's not... there's nothing you can do about it now, I guess. It's 40 cents an average for company. It's not a great starting pay anymore, but I mean, 29 cents is unconscionable, really, right now. The lowest you ever made at Werner was 38.5 cents, and you made 42.3 cents. That's a weird amount of pay. Comobiling stinks. Hey, there's something for everybody out there. There's a rush of service cars, but 10 to 3 didn't have enough time to stop by. Okay, you get 52 cents at the company you work for. That's better. See, that's much better. 29 is just not heard of, other than a place like England. It's just not. Who celebrated 420? Some people. Cheech did. Smells like money. Werner will show you 40 cents. They won't pay you that, though. LTL starts you at 59 cents. I know that I called Old Dominion probably 2 years ago in Indianapolis, and it was 62.2 or some weird amount then to start on the line haul stuff because they had a billboard up. So that's really something. Did he get a pick of the 3 bunks? Did you have a 3-bunk truck? Right, we need to know that. BlueParrott is awesome with the exception of the VXI. BlueParrotts are pretty good. I really do like them. If you are having problems, you should get a hold of their customer service. They're actually very good about it. And so maybe yours is having a problem and they can exchange it for you. CFA started at 35, which is still low. Can't complain. The headache is parking. Yes, parking is the worst part of driving right now. That's the big solution that needs to happen. You know, I had to go down I-69 the other day, down south of Indianapolis. There's all these huge open forest areas. Is there parking? No. No parking. I will say this, for the problem you had with Werner, the way the company treated you was awesome. Their equipment was taken care of. You had 4 pay-related things, but they solved it as long as they solve it, right? and it was okay. That's half the problem. Pay, how they treat you. If they'll treat you well, that's half the battle was won. You don't want to be frustrated with your job, too. If a student get an automatic restriction on their CDL because they went with a mega carrier, can they get the restriction removed? Yes. You need to go and take a manually shifted truck back down and take the CDL test with the manual, and you get the restriction removed. Yeah. You've called 911 3 times while driving. For grass fires? Yeah. And didn't stop. Well, I wouldn't stop for a fire, certainly. I don't think anybody should stop anymore. It's my take on Jay Cannell. I saw that. I thought that was really something that, he's going to not be on YouTube anymore, so it says. So I don't know, I haven't talked to him or anything. I don't know what the problem is. It's not for everybody. It takes a lot of your time. This channel here, which is much smaller than his, takes me 20 to 30 hours of work per week, 6 days a week total to do it. So, his channel's 3 times the size of this one. So I don't know how much time you put into it, but it takes a lot of time. You really have to want to do it. Is leasing becoming the new company driver? You get offered that way too much. Oh, sure, they love you to rent their trucks. So, hey, why don't you come and rent our truck, and you can make less money and pretend like you own the truck. You can even put your name on the truck. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm not a huge fan of it at all. I very rarely see a lease operator that makes more than a company driver if you compare all the benefits that you're losing. Have I heard anything in the oil fields in Texas here are booming and hurting? Yeah, that's what I heard, right. What's your opinion? Yeah, if you get a company there that is decent, that'll pay you, look up their reviews and stuff. There's people down there making tons of money. Same with North Dakota. Spotted and landed fly, you have to have a permit to go in some of the eastern areas of Pennsylvania in the truck. It's a type of bug that is an invasive species. Is that why I see some of those stickers on the trucks? How do you get the permit then? I drive for England on the flatbed division. Oh, they have flatbeds in England? I can get a pic of the 3-bunk truck one of these days. Yeah, I'd love to see it, right. With people all over the place in there. Does England really run flatbeds? What's up with Jay Cannell? Yeah, I don't know what happened to him. So, he said he's not going to be on YouTube anymore. So that's certainly his choice, You don't have a 3-bunk truck, but you met a few others. They hate it. Yeah, there's no storage, and there's 3 people in a truck. And remember, tomorrow is Taco Tuesday. Max scale for Old Dominion is 68 cents. That's pretty good, right? 68 cents. So some driver getting 500 miles a day, there's $350 a day just for the miles. And I know when I talked to him a while ago, the people down here said, you got paid extra for hooking and drop and all the doubles and all this other stuff. So, they were talking $1,600, $1,800 a week and home every day. Not bad. It's 60 some miles from my house. CFI pay bump is 37 when you reach 1,000 miles and 39 cents. That's not great, but better than some. You may not be there 90,000 miles from now if you already don't like it and you're just getting started. Hey, what's going on, Tom? Dedicated route northern New Mexico to southwestern Colorado. On your way to Cortez and then over to Wolf Creek. All right, so that's good. You know what you're doing every week. You know what your pay is going to be. That's the way to do it. Florida does not recognize the auto-only restriction. Oh, good. Then you don't have to worry about it in Florida. Some states don't seem to be putting it on. People will write to me and said, oh, I took the test in an automatic, but it's not on my license. What happens? You then have a regular license. No problem. 69 south of Indy is newer. They'll start putting in truck stops. Yeah, they could put in truck stops. I'm saying going down there, there's tons of spots where they could have just, put out a parking lot with 1,000 spots in it where people could park. That's what I'm saying, where they wouldn't have to put in a truck stop. There's a couple spots there'll be truck stops, but that's years from now. You can make 40 cents over the road at Werner, but if you take per diem, they charge you 1.5 cents. Nice. You pay them. And administrative costs. Wonderful. Don't accept that. Blue Lion, hey, what's happening? Just dropped off Home Depot load in San Antonio. Oh, what's going on? Nice, San Antonio. I bet it's nice down there today, considering how nice it is here. You saw a YouTube video, this highway patrol pulling a trucker and wrote him a citation because his bed was not made. Really? There's no law that says your bed has to be made. There's no FMCSA statute that says your bed has to be made. So I don't know if, whenever we see a video like that, I never know if it's faked or not. Who knows what kind of, faking is going on. 70 in Indiana, between 59 and 54 is at a crawl. Oh, well, we got somebody going over to Plainfield, so we got to watch that. 3 bunks in a truck is too many people. Yeah, that's way too many. They take half your storage out, too. Hoping to find a better company where you live. Just start looking around. I will tell you, 29 cents, you could just write companies' names on a board and throw a dart at it, and you'll make more than that. So far in the last 2 weeks at Smith, you made 48 cents a mile. That's more like it. Had awesome mileage every day. Yeah, because you're getting a lot of miles. You never sat more than 2 hours, and that was once, and they take good care of the truck. Now, how often they do the service? I remember years ago, they used to do the services more than I thought they should, but I don't own the truck. 12,000. I'm sure they've extended it by then. Got your first log violation on Friday. Went over 10 minutes on your 70, right. You were on 7, yeah. So what is your company going to do about it? Or is this at a scale? A scale would put you out of service probably. CR England runs pods containers. Oh, really? So, why does pod charge so much then? CR England flatbed is pods. Well, that's pretty good. I've never seen them out here doing that. They run flatbeds for pods and a Weyerhaeuser. Oh, that's something. I didn't know that. What do I think of WEL companies? Yeah, I've seen their ads and stuff. They have looked good. Leasing is crazy, getting your own authority. That's the way to do it. Go buy the truck and get your own authority and keep all the money that the company takes for all this leasing. You're just renting their truck. At least you have to own the piece of equipment is yours, so you get to determine what happens with it. England's flatbed just also storage units. I've never seen one. You saw one 3-bunk truck and 4 people got out of it. Where'd the 4th person come from? Would that be legal? Yes, it would be, but I don't know where they would. How does the log work? How do you log all those people in at one time? Our log would only allow 2 people at once in the log. Maybe they have a special thing on their log where you can just continue to add people. Does CR England pay more for flats? It couldn't pay any less. It should certainly pay more for flatbeds. 4 people got out of the truck. Z Transportation's advertising 65 cents a mile. Yeah, forget that place. That's $10.99 place. Right, forget it. Higher pay, fewer miles. All right. Barely. Well, it has to be more. Jay Cannell must have got in some trouble over his videos from somebody. I don't know. I mean, I've watched his videos, and we're both subscribers to each other's channel, and I don't know where you would get in trouble from any videos that he's put up, certainly. But the video that he put out where he's not going to be on YouTube didn't seem to indicate like, he was getting in some kind of trouble, just that it was basically more than he wanted to take on for himself. People, put out in a job or whatever, people always say trucking is a lifestyle or whatever. Don't ever think that, really. It's a job. You're not, when you say, what are you? Oh, I'm a trucker. No, right. You truck. You drive a truck. You're not, it's not a lifestyle that you live. People become their occupation or whatever. Don't ever lose who you are. You're still you and you go to work. I work driving a truck, but, that's not you. You see what I'm saying? So don't ever internalize that kind of thing. I like the Pennsylvania Turnpike. They got spots to pull over. Yeah, all over the place. You can just stop. That's how it should be. I'm a pods driver, and trainer starting pay is 36 cents. Really? The trainer only gets 36 cents? That's crazy. That's crazy. The trainer gets 36 cents. Do they get extra for having all those extra people? The flatbed is literally just hauling pods, so it's only pods. So it should be a specialty trailer, really. They're preloaded and they're pre-wrapped, so you can't exactly call it flatbed. Yeah, if it's just a single item on a specialty trailer, it's not exactly a flatbed job. You're just doing your year, and then Melton has offered you a position after your at England is gone. Yeah, I thought it was 9 months, but I think somebody told me that was veterans only. Werner is the time burglar. This chat makes you sit in your truck and think about your next career moves. It can, and that's good. You should really think about it. It's very important that you choose a place that you're going to stay. Don't move around. Now, if you're at a lousy place getting 29 cents, you have to move, certainly. But make that next move a place you want to go. Really question the place where you're going. Get their driver manual. Have them send you the driver manual in advance. so that you can get a place and stay there. This hopping around, that's what gets people in a lot of trouble. Find a place that suits you. You think two in the truck is too many. Oscar, I'm with you on that. Right, solo only. You know, depending on England's pets and rider policy, you could potentially have 6 people and 3 dogs in the 3-bunk truck. Yeah. 3, you each bring somebody, each bring a dog. Wow. That'd really be something. Wow. Imagine the pooper scoopers. Everybody's got a, who does that? Yikes. Your Pete Smith, the service is every 45,000 due to warranty. Okay, yeah. They used to do them really a lot sooner than that. I have not done a video on PNS. The login works as follows for 3 bunks. The student logs in when behind the wheel and then logs out when in the sleeper. You can't be out in the sleeper. That would be sleeper berth time, right? He's not really off duty. He's in the sleeper. So that's not really accurate. I wonder why haven't they just updated why don't they just update their logs? Because you can legally do it, but people have to be logged in legit. Years ago, Connecticut was giving tickets for unmade beds. How? What's the ticket for? There's no FMCSA regulation that talks about the bed other than its dimensions, its sizes, that kind of thing. And that it has to have proper bedding. I forget how it's worded in there exactly. I'd have to look it up. Proper bedding to be considered a bed is what they're saying. Like, it can't just be a board back there. It has to have a mattress and a sheet and a pillow so that it's considered a place to sleep. I don't exactly remember how they do it. Right. What's the difference between getting 1099 and W-2? Well, they don't take any tax on 1099. You're being misclassified as an independent contractor when you're not actually independent at all. You're an employee. They save paying on the workman's comp. They don't have to pay you anything, all this other extra stuff. They don't pay unemployment. They don't pay any of that. You pay it all. Sierra England is a clown car. It's crazy. 4 people? The oil fields took him out. I don't know. I mean, he was out there and then came back. I mean, I don't know. I haven't talked to him. I don't know what his actual thought is of being not on YouTube. Maybe someday he'll come back. I don't know. I've never met him or anything like that. They do the services for like the oil changes and all every 50,000. Yeah, it used to be 12,000. They switch to synthetic, but they do other things more regularly like greasing and stuff. Exactly. He sounded depressed. He did, but I'm not a doctor, so I don't know. I mean, it can be depressing. When you read all your hate mail every day, I imagine he gets a lot more than me because he has a lot bigger channel. So there's probably a lot of it to read. Yeah, you really got to get a thick skin, I'll tell you that. At where'd I go? Right on. No, I lost. See, now I lost my thing. At wind speed are not safe for driving. You drove to 30 to 40 gusts and stopped a lot. You felt because the truck will turn over. Look, well, I'm around 50-ish. Is where I start to get nervous. It's up to you, of course. If you don't think it's safe, then I don't want you to drive. You should always make that choice. But I'm in the 50 range where I start to get a little bit nervous about it. Haven't pulled into scale since Friday. Spoke to the company, said it will be on your record for 30 days. Oh, good. Okay, good. So it's not a big problem. It's not as huge of a problem as it could have been. If I a driver there, I don't go at that place, right? My trailers are not preloaded and strapped down all your units. So maybe some drivers are taking preloaded. All right. Look, we'll give it a half a flatbed star for that. CR England does not want to guarantee you a spot on any fleet in the company. Like they won't tell you, oh, you can work for pods and they'll be like, whatever is available. Get everything in writing. Everybody that talks to a recruiter, oh, we'll give you this much a mile and this much a stop. Fine, here's my email. Send me all that. Right. Send it to me. And, I would tell them, look, when I come there, if you're not paying me this, I'm going to quit on the spot. I'm going to bring this in writing. I'm going to quit. And that's good to be honest. Say, look, I want a place where I'm going to fit in, where I'm going to be able to stay, that's going to be honest with me because I'm being honest with you. And so just be honest, and then I'm going to honestly tell you if it's not what you're saying, I'm leaving. When someone asks you what you do, you're a commodity transporter. Yeah, relocator. If you're going to get on England and do flatbeds, then number one, they're not going to pay as much, but would number you better. Yikes. How much lower can they pay? 48 cents for food grade here. No hazmat, only tanker. That's very good. Right, here we go. $1,500 again. Nice. Tell your viewers to check out Orgill Brothers. Yeah, I've seen their trucks. What's the deal with them? They're in D.C. There are other places too, right? In 92, you started JB Hunt at 21 cents. Oh, so I guess I was doing good for a quarter in 88. Nice, at Regal Transport. That was flatbed, though. Maybe that's why I got a little more money. I don't know. It seemed good to me then. Did I see where JBS carriers were sued? Yes, and settled out of court. They did discriminate. They don't admit any wrongdoing, of course, so we'll have to leave that at that. But they had tests which a lot of companies have, which are you don't need to have, lift 100 pounds or whatever. And so then it discriminated against people based on their sex because smaller people who are usually women couldn't do it. And so JBS couldn't prove why they needed to do the test. So they don't do that test anymore either, by the way. They said it affects your sleep. I'm 55 cents at 5 months. Ah, nice. In 5 months, you'll be at 60. Now there's some money. Sierra England's paying hourly on the Target and Rialto. Day cabs, they're running day cabs in Indianapolis, too. 3 people with passengers and dogs sounds like someone out of Barnum and Bailey. It doesn't make any sense. 3 people, but they can't find drivers, but they can build trucks and put 3 people at a time in them? That doesn't make any sense. Hey, Roderick, what's going on? Thanks for being here today. This was right after 2 troopers were hit and killed by a truck. Maybe Jay Cannell felt intimate because of RVT. Intimate, right, intimidated, right, maybe. Maybe he was intimidated by that. It's possible. Like I said, I don't know him. I've never actually met him or talked to him. So I just passed Werner Terminal at 2.5 hours from Plainfield. All right, we'll just about be crossing paths, really. Got your new 2020 Mac. Wow. Is it an Anthem, a Mac Anthem? Man. 3-bed truck is a trainer truck. That's correct, right? And trainer doesn't drive. Mostly, and I've talked to a few of them. They've written to me because I've asked them. I've sent them questions on here, and they say, yeah, mainly they don't drive. Unless you drive for Swift, then you can attempt to brave 60-mile-an-hour winds. 50 I start to get really nervous at 50 because, it just bothers me. Cannell said he's suffering from depression and his life has fallen apart. Yeah, I mean, look, it's tough. He should go, if that's true, he absolutely should go take care of that and get that taken care of. And if getting off of YouTube is what that takes, absolutely. You got to take care of yourself first. The truck with 4 people was 2 students and 2 trainers. Oh, so now maybe they have individual training. You get in there with your trainer, that person gets with their trainer. So 2 of you get sleeper berth training, and then 2 of you get front training. Drapes closed, open, who knows? Who's to say? Flatbed is $1,100 a week average. Is that England flatbed? You refer to yourself, this is going to be good, another person's future properties transportation specialist. Oh, that's very good. That's business card worthy right there. In Georgia, they tried to ban trucks in the state unless you pick up or deliver. I saw that they were trying to do that in like Atlanta, I think it was. Maybe it was the whole state. Yeah, if you didn't pick up or deliver, ban. They can't do that, right? They're not allowed to do that. England has no pets. Oh, so I can't bring my dog with me with these other people? A logistics engineer, that's good too. England only allows pets with a medical, like a companion animal. What if all 3 of those people have a companion animal? You're in God's country, which is Arkansas. I don't think that's on the license plate in Arkansas. Second company was Interstate Distribution, went on 34 on a dedicated lane. That's run by Heartland now, right? Didn't they buy them? Do I remember that? What do I think about 27% instead of miles? Well, people can comment on that here. I'm not a fan of percentage pay only because I don't know what the company's getting, so you're going to have to make sure they show you the rate, and if the rates go down, you take a pay cut. So if, say in the future, there's a slump like there was, some years ago, and the rates go down to $1, you get 27 cents. It bothers me. And what do they pay empty? You've been at CRST for 2 years and at 43 cents. Well, let me ask you, why are you still there in the second year, right? I mean, you can do way better than that with 2 years of driving. So what keeps you at CRST? Is it the nice trucks? Is it the lights out? I don't know. Steven, hey, what's going on? Thanks for being here today. I appreciate it. I'm a freight relocation engineer. That sounds too trainish, like Norfolk Southern. England does have a no pet policy unless a service animal like a blind dog. Not the dog is blind, right? And what they don't know won't hurt them since it's illegal to ask to provide paperwork for service animals. Well, because there's no official paperwork. There's no It's just you can buy stuff on the internet for it. They don't pay empty, right? So that, look at their rates. Talk at the place and say, hey, give me your 10 rate sheets here so you can actually get an idea of how much money they make. Could ban me from Georgia, wouldn't hurt your feelings. Well, it's tough to get around down there if they ban a whole state like that, Can you drive bobtail in wind speeds of 30 to 40? Yes. I wouldn't because I don't like the feeling of the wind pushing you. Yeah, look, it moves you around. Yes, you can bobtail in 40-mile-an-hour winds, I think. Turntable trucker, what's going on? That's great. What sense can you expect from a decent company just out of CDL in the